Hello, my name is Adrian Jimenez, and I will give you a summary of World War II. World War II started in 1939 through 1945. It involved over 30 countries. There was two main militaries, the Allies, which were mainly USA, Great Britain, Soviet Union, China, and France, which were all working together to fight the Axis. The Axis were the German, Japanese, and Italian. It was the most deadliest conflict in human history, claiming a minimum of 50 million lives. Adolf Hitler was a main star and cause of World War II. He convinces people to fight and start a war, telling them that they are the superior race called the Master Race. The Master Race is people who have blonde hair, blue eyes, and pale skin. He convinces people to fight and start a war. He believed that World War I humiliated Germany and showed them as weaklings. He also blamed the Jews for all the negative things that happened after World War I. He used them as scapegoats. Hitler invaded Poland on September 1st, 1939. After he invaded Poland, Britain and France declared war on Germany. In 1941, Hitler wanted to end communism and wanted the Soviet Union's raw materials. So he decided to betray and invade the Soviet Union. Soviet Union used to be on the Axis side, but after Hitler betrayed them, the Soviet Union joined the Allies. This led to the Soviet Union joining the Allies. Later in 1941, Japan attacked the USA ships containing innocent people and cargo. Japan also attacked Pearl Harbor. This caused the USA to join the Allies on World War II, declaring war on Germany and Japan in 1942. 1942 is also when mass murdering of the Jews occurred. Hitler convinced his people and followers that the Jews are evil and responsible for everything of World War I. So he created concentration camps for the prisoners. They were worked in harsh conditions, harsh labor, and were fed little to no food. When they couldn't work anymore, they were executed through gas or gunfire. This claimed the lives of millions of Jews, all kids, adults, and grandparents. Not only Jews lived in the concentration camps, also prisoners and people who were against Hitler. In 1943, France and Italy surrendered, mainly because of D-Day. Germany keeps on, but in early 1945, Hitler commits suicide after the Soviet Union conquers Belgium, where Hitler was currently hiding. This causes Germany to surrender in World War II. But Japan keeps on. On August 1st, 1945, the first bomb is dropped on Hiroshima, Japan, claiming 80,000 Japanese lives. On August 9th, 1945, the second bomb is dropped on Japan, claiming 225,000 Japanese lives. This leads to Japan to finally surrender of World War II. The Allies were victorious and the Jews were liberated.
First, they're sour. Then they're sweet.
So in today's podcast episode, I'm going to be discussing the Holocaust, and so that's what I'm going to be discussing. So let's get into it. So the Holocaust was a mass genocide that happened during World War II, and it started in 1941 and it ended in 1945. The Nazis had murdered 6 million Jews and, innocent people, all of that. So Hitler was very anti-Semitic, and anti-Semitic means to prejudice towards or discriminate against Jews and he didn't like them because all his ideas had to do with being capitalized on anti-Semitic ideas. And so the concentration camps were these camps where Hitler would send Jews or criminals, homosexuals, and those criminals were can be criminals, or they could be people that were considered criminals because they didn't support Hitler and supported Jews. So in those concentration camps, they would send you and they would put you to work, to labor basically. And once you weren't capable of producing product, they would send you to the gas chambers. And the gas chambers, the Nazis wouldn't tell you they were gas chambers. They would tell people that they were showers. So they were lying, saying that they were showers when they were gas chambers. So they would send you, and then they would kill you there with the gas, So many people died, clearly. And eventually all of this ended when on 1945 Hitler had killed himself. And since Hitler killed himself, the Nazis had finally surrendered. And once they surrendered, all the people from the concentration camps were liberated. They were all set free, all the survivors. They were set free from the concentration camps, so they didn't have to be there anymore. Some people that were also, I think, being killed during that time were, during the Holocaust and World War II and stuff like that. I think people that were also being killed were, disabled people and maybe old people. I'm not too sure, but I'm pretty sure they were also being, killed during the Holocaust and World War II because those people, they were being killed because Hitler kind of saw them if they were weak because they weren't able to make him product or produce anything. He couldn't put them to labor because they were incapable of doing that. So that's why they were being taken out, because they're not making him money and giving him what he wants. So yeah. So that concludes this podcast episode. Thank you so much for listening, and yeah, thank you for listening to this week's podcast episode.